I am so excited to be here. So today we are going to make several centerpieces. I actually have 3 centerpieces to make. They're all matching centerpieces. We have a very small budget, so we are going to do our very best to work in the budget that has been given to us and to make it a beautiful fall centerpiece. When you come on, tell me hello, how you're doing, where you're from, all the things we want to know. So we are live on both YouTube and Facebook. So Miss Victoria is here with me, and she is going to read any of the comments that you have on both of those platforms. So please talk to me over on YouTube. If you'll do me a great big favor and like this video, that would help other people see us. And on Facebook, if you would sprinkle this video, it helps us to grow. I'm starting out with a couple of containers that our customer has provided for us. So I want to say this is just a pewter bowl. And what we've done is we've taken about a half of a block of fresh floral foam that has been soaked. We've laid it down into this container and I've taped it into place. Now, floral foam, I wanted to talk about price today because of this is a very budget-friendly arrangement, and we're going to count the flowers and all the things. This floral foam, an entire block, is $4. It's $4 for the block. And Mr. thinks he needs to come up here. It is $4 for the block of foam. So we have to take into consideration every time that we use any of our mechanics cost money, right? And so you have to take into consideration that price. So because this is about a half of a block of floral foam, it's only $2. Next, we're going to come in with a little bit of leather leaf. Leather leaf is a fairly inexpensive foliage. I'm going to use probably about 3 stems of this leather leaf. So I'm going to take my leather and I am going to use my fingernail and pop it, and I'm going to go all the way around in this container to cover this floral foam.
Miss Sue says, hi from South Wales, Britain. Lovely blouse, so pretty.
Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you.
On YouTube, Oma says, hi, watching from Barakpur in Trinidad.
Wow, we've got lots of other countries. Welcome, friends, welcome.
Miss Linda Jones says, love your orange blouse, very festive for Thanksgiving.
Thank you, ma'am. Okay, so that's 2 pieces of leather.
Oh, you have lots of folks who are saying they love your top.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I ordered this from Shein. I don't even remember the price, but it was very inexpensive and it makes me feel pretty. But thank you. Thank you. It makes me happy. Okay, so I have 3 pieces of leather leaf in this foam. And so how much is leather leaf, Victoria?
Oh,
how much is leather?
I thought it was like 2 pieces for $1.
2 for $1. So I have what? I have $2, $3.50 roughly in this arrangement. Okay, so there's my leather. I'm going to set my leather to the side. Next, we're going to come in with some Nandina. So Nandina foliage is just some shrubs that we have growing in the yard here in the flower shop. I love the lacy look of Nandina, and so this is free because we just cut it out of our yard. So I'm going to take a few of these stems and tuck it right in to this container. Now, Nandina often, when we have a frost, it will start to color. Like, it's just like the other trees and such. It will add a little bit of an orange or a touch of red. But we have taken this and popped it with a little bit of paint and added a little color to it when using it. But it's just, to me, it's a very pretty added foliage to an arrangement. Gives us another texture.
Miss Marianne says, so loved the gold roses and the design you did on YouTube.
Wasn't that fun? That was so fun, wasn't it?
She says it was perfect for Thanksgiving.
Thank you, thank you.
Cam says, thank you for the video today.
You're welcome. You're so welcome. All right, so there's our little Nandina added to our arrangement.
Allison says, missed the very beginning. What was the budget you were given to work?
Okay, so this budget this is a little less than, I think it's $95 for these 3 arrangements. So it's very small. So this is a $45 arrangement, and then these 2 are mint julep cups, $25 each. So it's a small budget, and so we need to make pretty on a small budget. Okay, so there is our Nandina in our arrangement. And I just like the little lacy feel of this Nandina. So I'm going to set the rest to the side. Okay, Nandina. Next we're going to come in with some mums. So these mums are $2 a stem. So I think I'm going to use, I got to count and make sure where I am. I'm $3.50. Okay. And these are $2 each. So that's 4, 5.
Donna Coker on YouTube says, I'm thankful for all the help and ideas I have gained from watching your videos. I wish you and your families a great holiday. P.S. I got my mug having a cup of green tea in it while I watch.
Oh, so thankful for you. Thank you so much. Okay, so there's our little mums tucked in.
Miss Margaret Lynch says, happy Thanksgiving to all watching.
Thank you, Miss Margaret. Thank you, Miss Margaret. How are you, my friend? Okay, solid ego. It's hard to count and talk and think. Thinking is hard to count. Okay, so I had 350, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Is that right? 350, and that's $2 a stem, and I did 5 stems, $10, $13.50. This solid Eggo we got on special, so it's 2 for $1. So I'm just going to break it into small pieces.
Carla and Arlene Howard say, Monty, you always look so put together, but your smile and laughter are the best.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Miss Margaret Smith says, happy Thanksgiving to Flowers by the Bunch from Tylertown and to your mom and dad.
Thank you, Miss Margaret. Thank you. I will let them know you said happy Thanksgiving.
Miss Linda Jones asks, are these Thanksgiving arrangements?
They are, yes ma'am. So this is $16 worth of flowers so far, 16. And that included, I went ahead and put 50 cents worth of solid Eggo. So I've got $16. And we're going to do a little bit of, this is Israeli ruscus. And it is a painted Israeli ruscus. You've seen me use it a good bit this week, but I love it. And I tell you what I love even more is that it's so long lasting.
Thank you, Allison. She answered, if I can find it. Oh yes, she answered Miss Sheila Niven's question, which was how much is the leather per stem? And yes, 2 for $1. 2 stems for $1.
Thank you.
So thanks, Allison.
Israeli is 2 for $1 also?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I just put, I'm going to put one more because I put 3. This is number 4. Go ahead. No, you're good.
Miss Shelley Charles says, good evening and happy Tuesday. She's looking on from Trinidad.
Hello, friend. Thank you for being here. Okay, so I had 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. I'm $17 in. Okay, give me 2 seconds. I think I have enough money to do a couple of roses. And I'm going to write down $17 because it's so much easier than to have to go back and think.
Mm-hmm.
So I have a notebook. Often when we're designing, we will write down our number so you don't have to count 70 times. Give me just a second. I'm going to run grab a couple of roses because I'm going to have enough money in this one to do a couple of roses.
Allison says, you're welcome. Lots of questions to keep up with, just trying to help. It is such a huge help, Allison. I'll see when you are able to answer questions, especially because if I'm behind, because I try to make sure I'm reading. I'm trying not to miss any. So it's so helpful. So thank you so much. It's wonderful. We so appreciate it. Let's see. Miss Adriana, happy Thanksgiving to Monty, Victoria, and everyone watching. Loving the arrangement. Thank you. Happy Thanksgiving to you as well. Miss Margaret Lynch asks, where is our dear friend Osa? He was in here.
He was going to get on this table. And he but he was getting on this table, Miss Margaret. And I was like, now, sir, I got a lot of junk on this table. I would appreciate if you wouldn't get on here, but you know. Okay, so we're going to use these green tea roses. And so these are $3 a stem. So let me explain to you how you price an arrangement. So you have to add your labor in. So we have a chart on the back wall that tells us if an arrangement has, I need to wire these, don't I, so that they'll last. If an arrangement, we have all of the prices, so 25, 30, 35, 40, all the prices. And so you have to take your 20% labor out of that price. And because, I have to pay my employees to work, right? So you have to take that 20% labor and add it to the arrangement. So when you have a $45 arrangement, you have $34 to spend in flowers and mechanics, greenery, all the things have to be encompassed in that $34. And so, that green tea is so pretty, isn't it? So, that's why you have to make sure when you're arranging flowers that you have to count everything. Because if you put too many flowers into an arrangement, you're not going to make any money as a designer. Now, you got to make a living, right? You just have to. In any business, you have to. But we as artists tend to want to add too much into an arrangement. Me personally, and I know Victoria probably has the same issue, where one more flower would sure be pretty if I added one more flower right here. Well, one more flower cost money. And so if we add one more flower, we may not make any profit off the arrangement. So it's always very, very, very important that you count your money when it goes into an arrangement. So I had $17, and these roses are $3 a piece. So that makes $23 so far in this arrangement. Okay?
Miss Janice Sloan says, I'm catching you live. Yay.
Yay! Hello, Miss Janice. I'm so glad you're here.
She says, I too like your blouse. Thanks for your kind words today. Each of you are a blessing to me. Happy Thanksgiving to each of you, and I'm thankful for many things, but high on my list is the Flowers by the Bunch gang.
You are the sweetest, kindest friend. You have no idea how precious you are to us, Miss Janice, and we thank you so much. Okay, so these are mini green carnations, $2 a stem on these. So the wonderful part about this, though, is when you have a stem that has 3 flowers, I'm able to break it apart and be able to scatter those flowers throughout an arrangement, which is wonderful when you have an arrangement that you don't have a large budget for. So I'm just taking these carnations and I'm just popping them into smaller stems, and I'm just scattering throughout this arrangement.
Cam says, thank you for your prayers. It's greatly appreciated.
You're so welcome, sweet friend. Cam lost his precious puppy dog today, so y'all lift him up in prayer. That's so hard. So hard because they're part of the family. Okay, so I used 3 stems of carnations, so that's $6. So I have $29. So the last thing I'm going to do is I think I'm going to add a couple of stems of these tea leaves. These tea leaves are going to be, are these $1 a piece or 2 for $1?
I haven't used them.
I think they're $1 a piece. So what I'm going to do with these tea leaves is I love the fact that it has a lot of color. Okay, so I have $5 left, so I'm going to put a couple of the tea leaves in, and then I'm going to put, now you're not going to be happy about this. Some of you won't. There are pictures that she showed had a lot of blue. Everything that she sent had tons of blue. So we took some pampas grass and we painted it with Wedgwood blue. And I'm just going to put just a tiny hint of the Wedgwood blue in this arrangement. And so don't come for me. This is what the picture looks like. Don't fuss. So what I'm going to do is I'm just taking this little pampas and I'm just popping it apart. And look, it's just a tiny little feather, but it kind of looks like and it has that little pop of blue. And we're going to tuck it right into her arrangement. I think her home must have some of this pretty blue in it. If I had had thistle, I would have loved to use a little bit of thistle in this arrangement, but I didn't have any. And so when you're on a budget, you have to do what you gotta do to make it work and to make it look like the customer would like. Okay, so I just used 3 little tiny pieces of that pampas right in there. So you can see how it has just a hint of that blue tucked in. And then lastly for this arrangement, we're going to add a couple of these tea leaves. Now what I'm going to do with the tea leaves, bless you, did you sneeze?
Yes, thank you.
She has the sweetest sneeze. Y'all, I sound like a monster. If I sneeze, it sounds like a monster has burst through the door. Jason gets on to me, now honey, you don't have to be so loud. I'm like, I can't help it.
Well, his sneezes are
as loud as mine. He will fuss at me though. Okay, so I'm going to take this tea leaf, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to make it kind of a loop of ribbon. So I'm just going to take that tip and I'm going to fold it down, and then I'm going to use a little piece of wire, and I am just going to wrap it right there around that tea leaf. Okay, and then I'm going to tuck this, and I may decide I don't like it, but I'm going to tuck it in and see.
Miss Shirley Beaver says, love watching your designs. Happy Thanksgiving to you all.
Thank you, sweet friend. Thank you for being here.
Miss Cheryl from Michigan says, just tuning in because I was watching you and Micah decorate a Christmas tree. She says, we are wishing all at Flowers by the Bunch a very happy Thanksgiving.
Thank you, friend. So glad you're here. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, actually, Mike and I, when we finish here, he and I are headed to another house this evening. Okay, so I added, I don't know if I like them. Do you like those leaves? Makes it full. Let's not. Why don't we add a couple of these maroon carnations instead? Or I could add solidago. Which would you prefer? Maroon carnations or solidago?
I think the maroon, because I mean, you already have solidago.
Okay, so add a couple of maroon carnations, but I have the maroon mums. Are they going to show up? So that was, I think I have $3 left. Look, let's see if we can find an orange spray rose that has enough blooms on it. I may not. That has 3 stems, 3 blooms. Let's see what this looks like. If we, oh, yep, that'll be pretty. It's only 3 little stems or 3 little blooms, but I think it'll be okay. All right, we did it. There is a $45 centerpiece. That is big for $45. That's fancy for $45.
Kyle Dunbar says hello and he's having an okay day.
Kyle Dunbar, I'm so glad you're here, my sweet friend. I am thankful that you're having an okay day. But Thanksgiving is coming. I'm so excited. And I'm so glad you're here with us. Okay, so there we go. There is a $45 centerpiece. That's a lot of flowers for $45. But you saw how I spread them out to make them work for a $45. Okay, so now we're going to make 2 more smaller arrangements in these mint julep cups. So we are going to take a little bit of leather and we're going to break it into tiny little pieces and go all the way around this cup. Now you can see how what I'm doing is I'm taking this one piece of leather leaf and I am trying to get it to go as far as possible. For me in my shop, I think it's important that if I can possibly make it to where flowers are affordable to everybody, that's what I would love to do. Now the only reason this arrangement is as affordable as it is because I'm able to source my flowers for a really good price. And because I'm sourcing my flowers for such a great price, I'm able to offer that price to my customer. And so that's what I think is the most important thing is, number one, quality is very important. So don't think that I'm skimping on quality because I'm sourcing them for a really great price, because quality is really, really high up there on importance. But price is important. So I'm just taking one piece of leather and I am going all the way through this little container.
Oma on YouTube says, OMG, so beautifully done. Those golden hands working, and wishing you and your family happy Thanksgiving Day and be safe. God bless.
Thank you guys. Thank you so much.
On YouTube, Miss Mary Lou also says, hi Monty, love your talk.
Thank you, Miss Mary Lou. Thank you. Okay, this one didn't get quite as much, so I am going to use a few more little pieces.
Claudia Jackson says, just got on. What is this for?
This is for Thanksgiving, and this is, we're trying to be as budget friendly as possible with these arrangements for a customer. She brought in her own containers. Okay, so there's my leather leaf.
You had a little stem.
And I just plopped it out.
Mm-hmm.
I apologize. Thank you, friend.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay, here is our Nandina. So we're going to use a little Nandina. I love it when I put the good stuff on top of the garbage can and then throw the trash on top of the good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's always fun. Okay. The Nandina cut out of my yard. I'm not charging for the Nandina. So I'm just taking it and tucking it in. Go ahead, sweet.
I'm sorry.
No.
Miss Sheila Niven says, you give so much for your arrangements. Truly get your money's worth from Monty.
Thank you. I just think it's always important that if I can pass that price on to the customer, I think that's important.
John Miller says, your arrangement is a perfect match to your blouse.
Yes. You would have thought I planned it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, there's my little greenery. So in this container, I have about 1/4 of a block of fresh floral foam. And so if it's 1/4, and it's $1, right? $1 of foam, because in Oasis or floral foam, $4. It's $1 of foam. Look, I don't even have a calculator with my dyslexic self, right? And then I have about 50 cents, give or take, in that leather leaf. And this is free.
Brenda Allen says, hello ladies, happy Thanksgiving. This size centerpiece is perfect for our table. Your teaching is appreciated. God bless.
Oh, thank you. All right, there is our little Nandina.
Oh, I missed the. I'm a little behind. Earlier, Allison said I actually don't mind the Wedgwood blue in there, and Miss Brenda says actually that blue makes the center pop.
Thanks, guys. I was afraid I was going to get some fussing with the blue. Well, not everybody likes the pampas, and so I tend to get, when I use pampas grass or pampas grass plumes, I tend to get fussers. And so that's why I said, I'm just warning you, you're going to fuss about this. Okay, so I have $1.50 in this arrangement so far. And so a $25 arrangement minus your 20% labor is $19 in flowers. And so I have $1.50 in it. Okay, wrote it on my notes. Next we're going to come in with, let's see what we got here. Let's come in with some Solidago. So for Solidago you get 2 for $1. So we might, I think we can very easily use 1 stem of Solidago. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to break it up in tiny little pieces. So you see Solidago has itty bitty, I don't know what you call them. There's a word for it probably. But just little pieces that I am just going to break off. And I am just going to go all the way in that arrangement to add the yellow all the way through.
Miss Sheila Criddle says you look so cute.
Thank you, sweet Miss Sheila. I love you.
Dawn Miller asks if the shop is closed tomorrow.
No, ma'am. The shop will be open tomorrow. We will be closed on Thanksgiving, and then we'll be closed through the weekend. We do have a wedding on Saturday, and it's out of town. So I will leave town on Friday morning to head to Canton, Mississippi, which is South Mississippi, and I will, a bigger piece, I will begin that wedding. We're going to try to get the bridesmaids and the bridal bouquet done tomorrow here at the shop, all the flowers to wear. We're going to try to go ahead and get done just so that I don't feel rushed. But I've got some pretty good size installations that we're going to do. Miss Sheila is my best friend's mama. Sheila Criddle is my best friend's mama, and so she's my other mama. And so Tasha, Miss Sheila's daughter, is going to go with me and be my assistant, which she's a wonderful assistant, and I have more fun with Tasha than anybody in the world. We can talk for hours about nothing. And so Tasha is going to go with me. It's actually one of our real good friends. It's her daughter that's getting married. And so I am going to direct that wedding. And so it's going to be kind of exciting, kind of fun, something different. Okay, so I added my Solidago throughout. So that's 1 piece of Solidago, so that's 50 cents a piece. So that's $2 in that arrangement. Next we are going to come in with our little mums.
Allison says, I just love that Nandina. Such a blessing to be able to add that to the arrangements for free.
Isn't that pretty? Now I will tell you, if you are a florist and you have to go out and it's a lot of work to harvest something, you need to charge for your labor, okay? For us, it's out the back door. So it's not like it's terribly expensive. I mean, it's not taking us any time to go and harvest. Now, if I had to go out to the country and cut greenery and all the things, I would charge for my time, because my time is, I mean, it's valuable. And everybody's is. So don't discount your time when you harvest things. These little mums are $2 a piece, so I'm putting $4 in mums in this little arrangement. But with this greenery being outside the back door, I don't usually charge for it being outside the back door. Okay, what's next?
Miss Julie and Miss Edna both wish us a happy Thanksgiving.
Thank you, friends. Thank y'all so much.
Oh, and Miss Patty is watching from North Mississippi, and she also wishes us a happy Thanksgiving.
Goodness, we're getting all the wonderful Thanksgiving. What is it? Wishes. My words wouldn't come for some reason. Okay, this is that painted Israeli ruscus. And I am going to cut it up into small pieces. Did we go dark? Give us a second. Give us a second. I'm so glad that our YouTube people are like, they went dark. They'll come back up in a second. So I'm going to use 2 pieces of the Israeli ruscus per arrangement. Now watch. I am just taking that Israeli ruscus, cutting it into tiny pieces. And so I got 5 insertions for $1. That's a lot for $1, right? And so, guess what? I have to go get one more piece. Nope, I got some over here in a bucket. Dun, dun, dun. So I'm just taking this ruscus and I'm cutting it up into tiny little pieces, and I'm going all the way through the arrangement.
Miss Marianne asks, does the budget include delivery, or is that an additional charge?
That would be an additional charge, but they're picking these up, so we will not have to charge for delivery.
Wendy Brewer says those are so pretty and beautiful with just the greenery.
Thank you, thank you. I agree. Now, I'm a greenery girl. I love greenery, and so I always feel like greenery would be so pretty. Okay, so there is our Israeli ruscus, and we use 2 stems, and so that's $1. This arrangement we're doing good with our budget here. Okay, so we're $3 into a $19 arrangement. We're going to have to go get us some more flowers. Okay, so we're $3 in. We're going to get spray roses in this one. So we are going to do several spray roses.
Allison says, wow, that is so much color impact for $1.
Isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy? And that's what I love. Israeli ruscus, you're going to find, if you'll use Israeli, we're going to get some spray roses. We're going to get, so spray roses are $3 a stem, and I'm going to put 2 spray roses per arrangement because we have the money to do it. So that's going to give us $9, and we'll still have $10 left. Israeli ruscus is a very inexpensive foliage, so I love it. I try to do inexpensive foliage because I don't want the foliage to take away from the flowers, if at all possible. So there's our little orange spray roses. This is a fun, different live to give you all of the breakdown of why the money works the way the money works.
Miss Maribeth, did you count your mom? She says you didn't count your mom.
Yeah, they were 2, 4. You're right. Thank you, sweet friend. So that was 3 plus 4, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 plus 6 is 13, right? So we got 13 in it. Thank you, friend. Because I'm talking and I'm not paying attention.
Miss Marianne says, happy Thanksgiving to all the Bunch family. Good luck on the wedding setup.
Thank you, thank you. And I will do videos, so y'all don't worry. We will have plenty of videos. I don't know if I'm going to do a video for the bouquets. They're very, very simple. Honestly, the most simple bouquets I've ever done. They are just roses, just a roses gathered in your hand, no extra foliage except the foliage on the roses. So they're very, very simple, very pretty, but very different from anything I've ever done. So I may do a quick video for you of a bouquet, but I'm not going to do a whole lot on that. I'm going to add a little bit of pampas grass.
Allison says, hooray, we love wedding videos.
So I will do a little bit of that, but we will do more. I'm going to video doing the arch, and this arch is going to be very different than anything I've ever done. I've never done an arch like this before. So a lot of new stuff. So I'm really, really excited about it. So I'm just taking this little pampas, and all I'm doing is breaking it into tiny, tiny little pieces. And if it's too full, you can just pull that off.
Miss Rhea Norman says the ruscus makes a massive difference with just a little touch.
Isn't that fun? That ruscus is so fun. And it paints beautifully. And you can paint it with hardware store paint. So you can always paint it with hardware store paint. So I just added $1 with the ruscus. With the pampas. So we're at $14. Got $5 left, so let's put a couple of the little green. These are $2 a piece, 2, 4. If I have $5, this is 3, 4, 5. So we're going to do a rose and a mini carnation.
Joanne says the pampas grass looks like cotton candy.
It does, and it kind of feels that way. The wonderful thing about the paint on the pampas grass is, throw your rose on the floor, sister, is when you paint it, it does not shed. I'm all for that. Pampas grass sheds, and it'll be all in my hair. It'll be all over me. Okay, I'm just getting out the wire and some wire snips. I'm going to wire these heads on these roses. I'm going to pick that right up.
Oh, Miss Donna, you're with us live. She says, love your shirt, Monty.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Allison asks, isn't the other type of ruscus more expensive?
Yes. Now, this is called Israeli ruscus. Israeli ruscus is inexpensive. Italian ruscus is extremely expensive. And when I say that, it's just way more expensive than Israeli. Like, Italian ruscus is about $8 a bundle. Israeli can be as inexpensive as $3 a bundle. So you can see, and you get a lot for your money on the Israeli. To me, we just like it. We've used it a lot, and we use it for all the seasons.
Glenda Vickers says that pampas is the prettiest color.
I'm so thankful y'all like it. Thank you. This is called Wedgwood Blue that I painted it. Again, she showed us some beautiful pictures of arrangements, and they had a lot of the blue in them, and we did not have anything in our cooler that was blue. So Callie and I were talking about it, and we had this piece of pampas plume, and so we decided to add it. So I added one rose, and then I'm going to add one stem of mini carnations. And these are those little green mini carnations.
Miss Valerie says you are all dressed up in holiday colors and matching the flowers perfectly.
Thank you, thank you. Yes, this shirt makes me happy. All right, there's that sweet little $25 arrangement. Now let me add some mini carnations over here to this one, and this set of arrangements are finished.
Linda Jones says, love that blue in there, such a great pop of color.
Thank you, thank you. I'm so glad that y'all like it. I was a little worried that it would look too artificial, but I don't think I minded at all. I think I'm pleased. Okay, so I'm going to drop those, clean off my space, and spread these out so you can see them.
Miss Rhea Norman says, we need a tour of Monty's tops.
No. Well, you see them every day. I buy them from Shein so that they're disposable. Because if you spend $6 to $8 on a blouse, you don't mind. If you decide you hate it, you can throw it away, right? I don't think you can even buy a blouse at Walmart for $6 or $8. Okay, so this arrangement will go in the center of the table, and then these will kind of come down on the table. But there you go. There is $95 worth of arrangements made with, we just made them with as inexpensive of flowers as we possibly could. And I think they're beautiful. I don't think this is bad at all. I think she got a lot for her money, didn't she? It's always fun to be able to kind of have to work in a budget and figure out how to make it beautiful. But I think we did pretty good.
Pauline says happy Thanksgiving from Cavan, Ireland to all the Bunch family.
Thank you, sweet friend. Thank you so much. Happy Thanksgiving to you guys. Thank you, thank you.
Allison says, wow, very impressive arrangements for $95.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Oh, Brenda Allen says, beautiful, the orange is a harvest.
Yes, it is so lovely, isn't it? I think that orange really makes you go, it does look like fall, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm. Oh, everyone is saying very beautiful.
Yay,
very pretty.
yay. Guys, thank y'all so much for being here with us today. Thank you for coming along on all of our videos and enjoying them, and for the cheers and all the wonderful things. Thank you for all of your Thanksgiving wishes. If you would do me a favor, in the comments below, tell us what you're thankful for. We would love to know the things you're thankful for. I tell you, I am so thankful for each of you. I'm thankful for this flower shop and all the things that we get to do here, and I'm so thankful for pretty flowers. You got another question?
Allison was just wondering if you'll be live tomorrow.
Yes, Allison, I will be back tomorrow live. On Thursday, I may do a quick Thanksgiving live just to tell you hello and tell you how much I appreciate you on Thanksgiving Day. And then on Friday, I may go live. This is the only thing about Friday is I am going to be in a venue making flower arrangements, building these flower arrangements. And there are probably going to be lots of other people in there too. So I'm not positive about the noise in that venue and how all that's going to work. But you know us, we'll go through it, and we will just deal with it, right? We wing it. We're good at winging it. And so I'm certain I will take you, we will go live on Friday, and I will take you through the venue. I'm certain it won't be finished. But then on Saturday morning, when I have everything tweaked and finished, I'll take you on a tour of the finished venue. If nothing else, I'll do that in a video, and it may not be live. All right, we are going to go tuck these in the cooler. I'll take a quick picture so that you can see them up close and personal. And then I'm going to tuck these in the cooler. We are going to head out and decorate another house. Guys, I hope you have